Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Y'all, did Carlos use Melody to blindside the Melometors? I believe he tried. I really do believe he did try, because I believe that his people that he is supposed to be employing on the show of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I believe they went to him, whining to him about their negative outlook of them on the show, how they are portrayed, how they are viewed. And instead of him being the executive producer that he keep claiming and keep trying to overshadow everything for everybody, he keeps throwing out there how much of an executive producer he is. Why can't he be an executive producer when times matter, when it calls for him to be an executive producer? Why couldn't he tell his team, his workers, his cast, well, then I'm going to need you to get back to work. This is reality TV. You signed up for reality TV. Maybe you need to think about taking some of those clauses out your contracts. Maybe you need to actually show your true reality, because it's being shown willingly or unwillingly. So which way would you have your reality to be shown? Do you want it to be spread out throughout social media where you're plastered with it and hit with it at the most unfavorable moment? Or would you want it to come out in your own way, where you're telling your own truth to your own reality? But instead of him doing that, he goes and forms a pact with them, and they conjure up some type of scheme to basically try to get Melody on board, so they can try to fuse the gap or try to get the Melometors to let their guard down. And why would he do that? Because he can't stand Melody as much as her castmates can't stand her. Carlos probably can't stand her more than Letitia and Stormy and Betty put together, and Destiny. He probably is the queen Melody hater of them all, and that's why I say he helped them conjure up this scheme or whatever to try to blindside the Melometors. I don't believe that podcast was intended to go in the manner that it went. I believe that I don't believe it was supposed to be as favorable to Melody as it was. I believe Carlos was doing this just to try to fuse that gap of the Melometors raindrop, to try to let the guard down, to try to gain some of Melody supporters. And that's why Stormy Stankface was in the building, because she felt as though, oh yeah, let me go, because some of the people had compassion for me on the reunion when Tisha was throwing out all her business. But it wasn't that people was really, siding for her. We was just like, okay, what happened? You had mouth all through the season, and now, cat got your tongue when your business thrown out there. I mean, it wasn't a real shocker what Tisha was saying, because that was information that was already out there. My shocker was that Stormy didn't have a comeback. But anyway, I believe that Stormy was there trying to, soak up some of Melody supporters and stuff, and try to hopefully change their perspectives of her. And I believe that Carlos was trying to do the same thing as well, because why is it that it's not even a whole month later, they are trying to take down the very content creators that was actually at his event that paid their money, flew in to Huntsville to see him and, well, see Melody purposely, because majority of them supporters there work for Melody. But nonetheless, it was his podcast that brought the people in the building. And so I believe that he didn't want it to be favorable to Melody. He was probably going to get there and do that little dog and pony show, that little circus act that he do. Oh, me and Melody are friends. Me and Melody, there's no animosity. Me and Melody laugh at. He say the same thing over and over and over. Each time him and Melody have a live conversation, but this time Melody, she actually stood on business. She went through her feelings for the past 6 seasons, how she's been feeling, what she's been going through, and she let it all out. And not only that, she held him accountable to say, where were you? You are the executive producer. Y'all edit this footage, and not one time do y'all look at it and say, okay, you know what? Forget the ratings. My girl is hurt. Let me make sure she's okay. I know this scene was hard. Let me make sure that everything is okay. I know I wasn't there at the time. It's probably nothing I can do, but let me see if there's something that I should have done, or that my producers should have done that they did not do. Did anybody reach out to her? Did anybody console her? Did anybody ask her, was this okay? Is this too much? Is this not enough? What, anything. But for her to have to tell them in an open forum after 6 seasons that stuff was not okay, and that she was actually hurt by that, then I know he felt some type of way, and he should have, because he had it coming. But the people has been telling him for seasons. But instead of him sitting up here saying that he doesn't listen to people and their reviews, and he doesn't listen to bloggers and the negative comments, he took the criticism that people were giving him, the feedback, the reviews, as negative critique, and saying, I don't want to listen, doing the same thing that Tisha was doing regarding her expo, saying, I don't need any feedback, I'm good. And that's why she got the type of turnout on her expo as she did, because she doesn't like to be critiqued. And Carlos has that same thing about him. I don't listen to reviews. Nobody's going to sway me. But in the end, they do sway your numbers, which means they're swaying your ratings. So, and I don't understand how Carlos can get upset, or the castmates can be upset over a review, over a show, when shows have been reviewed since the beginning of time. People give reviews when they get their hair done, their nails done, their feet done. Every service that you inquire, people leave a review majority of the time. Even when you go to the doctor, they will send you a review to let you evaluate the doctor, the facility, everything. So I don't understand why people need to refrain from reviewing Carlos King shows when he can get on his platform and review every Bravo show there is there was ever made. And then he want to get on, when it reverts back to his show, he always has an amnesia, but then he'll tell you he has the mind of an elephant, where he remembers everything. And I believe him when he says that he remembers everything he does, because if you listen to his reviews, he can give dates, times, episodes, hair color, eye color, everything on them ladies. He can give the shoes that they were wearing, the purses, the handbags, everything down to the T of that episode that he is referring to, that moment, to make sure that he is telling you the full story, the full detail of that story or of that point that he's trying to make. But yet and still, he will come back and say that he don't remember anything when it comes to his own show, Love and Marriage Transfer. Make it make sense. But still, like I say, I believe that he is forming this alliance or whatever, or he fake trying to be friends or back cordial with Melody only for this reason. He thought that let's play nice, let's like make it look like the ball is in their court, and then we can infiltrate from the inside or whatever, fuse the gap and make some of the Melometors drop, make some of the Melometors change their mind, change who they support, and then then we'll work it out from there. But when it didn't go as planned, this is the end result. He wants to try to take down the different channels one by one, which makes no sense because Carlos is he's in a blogger just like the rest of the people. So I feel as though that's unfair, and I feel as though that he's cheating at the blogger game if he's going to be striking other bloggers' channels if he doesn't like the review that they put out on a show that he produced. Why can't people leave their honest and true review on his show because of who his castmates are? These people ain't making no difference in no community, no nothing. What is it about these people where all of a sudden because they're Carlos King or Carlos King show, then it's outside of Melody, everybody else now if you want to go after Melody, go full-fledged, go taunt Melody, do whatever you want to do with Melody, but the rest of his cast, the Scotts, the Stormy, Martell, they're all off limits. He'll go all around social media from news outlet to news outlet to make sure that Martell has the perfect interview to try to restore his image, only for Martell to go on one interview on his own to tear down every single thing that somebody else just tried to help him build up. For 6 seasons, we have not learned anything about Scott's 1.0 or 2.0 for their real true reality. Stormy, she's her storyline is getting into other people's business, but she still got an F rating at the Better Business Bureau for orders resorting back all the way from 2000 that she still want to say are growing pains, and instead of it's like, how big are these pains going to grow before she actually go back and flip the page and say, you know what, let me start at square one, since this is what got me to up here over here, where she keep on hollering about when you make as much money as I make, holler at me and all of this other stuff. Let me go back and make these people whole. Let me make sure these people are right. If I'm a if I want these people to stop laughing at me, if I want these people to stop coming at me, let me at least make it right somewhere where it does matter, in the people's hands, or where they have spent their money with me. But instead, what they do, they go crying out to Carlos, and Carlos like, we gonna get him. But I can't understand for the life of me how somebody that dreams drama, creates drama, stands on drama, it always thinks that things supposed to come out peaches and rosy for him and his team. How have you ever known for shit to come out smelling sweet? It doesn't. It just doesn't work that way. So I don't understand how the man that stands on drama, that loves drama, portrays that he's the king of drama, wants his reality show to come out with smelling like peaches and cream. It's just not going to happen. It's like, make it make sense. But like I said, Carlos, when it didn't work for him trying to get the Melometors to let their guard down and go easy on the cast, I believe he started trying to, they formed a thing to start taking them down one by one. And I hate that happened. That's happening to some of the content creators. I feel as though that every content creator is great in their own right and they don't deserve it at all. I feel as though that Carlos is cheating his way, and I feel as though that he's bullying. He's using his power of being executive producer in the wrong manner. And I feel I hope somebody take notice, and I hope somebody come to the fellow content creators' aid and help them get back if they've lost anything. I don't know if they've lost anything or whatever. I know some people everybody don't use this platform to pay their bills. I know I work a regular 9 to 5, but at the same time, it is good entertainment. I like it. And I don't feel as though that people should be bullied by people that have, bigger teams than them or something like that. I feel as though it should still be, YouTube should still be an equal level platform for everybody that wants to participate. This is supposed to be for entertainment. And I feel as though that if Carlos and his team, if his people, the Scott, Stormy, Martell, I feel as though if they cannot take the heat, then I feel as though that they need to get out the kitchen. It's just as simple as that. This is reality. And if they can't sustain in the reality world, then what are you doing in it? Go back to wherever you were before you start trying to be a reality star, because you're not. And it's just that simple. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.